If we're being honest, most relationship always starts the same way. For a moment, it feels softer, it feels safer, and it feels like this time maybe the story might actually change. They say the right things at the right time, and they show enough care that you believe this person is your person. But then suddenly the silence begins to creep in, the patterns return, different face, but same story. And you're wondering, how did I end up here again? Like, how did I get here? Is it my luck? Is it village people? Is it just that I am just unlucky, or I don't know how to keep relationship? But what if I told you it's not all of those things? It's not your luck. It's not village people. It's patterns. And until you understand it, you'll keep reliving it. So today we're not just talking about relationship. No, we're talking about how to actually attract and retain good and healthy relationship and people in our life. So let's get right into it. You know what's funny? Nobody actually tells you this relationship will emotionally stress you. Nobody tells you I'm coming into your life to frustrate you. And I'm talking about both relationship for both men and women. So I don't know, but who am I to judge? Anyways, welcome back to another episode of the FLORRAPEDIA podcast. I am your host, Florabella, and on today's episode, I am letting you in on a personal transformation. And for the longest time, I've always asked myself this question: why am I attracting the wrong people? Is it just me? Do I just not know how to attract the right people, or am I just unlucky? Because let's be honest, I am not the only one on this table, and I'm sure you are probably experiencing this, or you've experienced it before. So let's just get right into why we keep doing this and how to fix it. Because over the years, I've been journaling about simple things that that could make a whole lot of difference, and in your relationships, your friendship, your romantic ship and situationships, every ship you can think about. And it's just alarming what I got to realize from my own end and from other people I got to talk to about it. So yeah, first thing first is you're not being honest with yourself. And that's just the truth. This is where everything all starts. You tell yourself lies. You act like, you're good with some things. Meanwhile, you're not. You see the red flags. You see the inconsistency. You feel it. And you can tell that this person is not genuine. But you explain it away. Oh, he's busy. Oh, she didn't mean it that way. Oh, it's going to get better. No, it won't. It won't get better. The moment you start editing reality to fit into your imagination, you tend to lower your standards, and you don't even realize this. The truth can be uncomfortable, but the thing is, it is always going to set you free. Also, you tend to, lie to yourself to the point where it starts to move down to lying to other people, especially the women. We crave attention, intimacy, and all, but we won't talk about it. We won't tell our man because we feel like, oh, he's supposed to know. He's supposed to read our mind. And for the uncles at the back, you keep telling yourself, I need a hardworking wife. I need someone industrious. But deep down, you and I know that you want a submissive full housewife. And then you go get a productive working class lady and you try to change her into something she's not. And this is where the conflict begins, because one person would definitely be sad. Please be sincere with yourself. Tell yourself the truth and let your spec find you as much as you're finding them. I hope that sinks in.
Hey, a little birdie told me that you've not yet subscribed. What are you waiting for? Kindly click on the subscribe button below if you're enjoying this podcast episode.
Now, the second point I need you to understand is you have weak or non-existent boundaries. Let me paint it clearly. Imagine this. if your life had a door, yours will be wide open without boundaries. No security, no filter, no controls. But you wonder why the wrong people keep walking in. There's no gates to protect you. I keep talking about boundaries all the time because I will tell you from experience that this is what I struggled with for over the years. And boundaries is not really necessarily about pushing people away. It's about choosing who gets access into your life. If someone gets uncomfortable when you set your limits and your boundaries, it simply means they are benefiting from your lack of one. Lately, I've come to learn the hard way that not everyone deserves a front row seat in your life. Not even when they claim to love you. Not even when they say they care about you. Your access should be something you give out with a whole lot of discretion, because some people do not come close to you because they like you. They come close to you because they want to suck out from your energy and they want to keep making you feel small. And that's why when you tell them about your wins and big breakthrough, they try to downplay your effort. They try to make you feel small. Now, the third thing I've come to realize is for some people, your inner child is still choosing for you. And this runs deep for so many people, and if you're a returning subscriber, you would have heard me talk about inner child several times on this podcast platform. Sometimes you're not choosing love, you're choosing familiarity. If chaos felt like love growing up, peace will feel boring. And it's true. I've seen it play out several times. If inconsistency felt normal, stability will feel suspicious. Because what you do not know is that you keep going back to home even when home hurts. Until you learn to heal that part of you, you will always keep trying to, keep fighting what is supposed to be peace. And you need to learn how to, heal your inner child. If you want to learn more about that, I have an episode that talks more about healing your inner child and what you can do. Just click on the episode and watch it. But then the fourth thing is you do not truly love yourself. Self-love sounds easy until you actually start to love yourself. Then you find out that it's not as easy as you think. It's not just screaming self-love, self-love, self-love. Nah, it's not that. We usually accept what we believe we deserve. If deep down you feel unworthy, you will tolerate behaviors that reflect that belief. You will accept crumbs, you will accept missed signals, you will accept, emotional confusions, and you will call it love. But the truth is, people who truly value themselves do not negotiate their worth. And until you do, others will not even value you to begin with. Self-love is a process. It does not magically happen. And it's a gradual process. And until you start learning how to be kind to yourself, you're not going to truly learn to love yourself. Now, the last but not the least thing I think a whole lot of people do is that they fall in love with potential. And this one is the most dangerous of them all because it feels like hope, but it's actually denial. You meet someone, they tell you a glimpse of, who they could be. You build future and, castles around what you've imagined. Meanwhile, their reality is showing a totally different and complete story. Listen carefully. Potential is just imagination. Patterns are evidence. And relationship built on imagination will always collapse under reality. Imagine dating someone who is a planner, feeds you with nothing but vision, tell you how they want to be the richest man in Africa. But this person doesn't even have a job or a source of income and is doing absolutely nothing to fix it. And you are still believing in dreams. Well, let's fix all this, because knowing this without actually changing it will solve nothing. So what do? I said we because We are in this together. I'm also learning. We're all a work in progress. And I believe we can actually be better together. So, first off is start practicing radical honesty, not just with yourself, but with people who you give access into your life. When I realized that I had a pattern in my life and the kind of people I attract, I started telling myself the truth. Now, I realized that beneath the hard girl aesthetics I was always pulling up, I've come to admit that I'm actually a soft teddy bear, a softie. I crave love and attention. I love to, be loved and pampered, and I've come to start learning how to acknowledge that part of me. I stopped making excuses for people's bad character or bad behavior. No more, maybe it will change. No more, I think it's just a phase. Nah, I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm not going to sugarcoat people's behaviors towards me. So I just cut them off. No more inconsistency, no longer, draining me and all that, madness. Whether man or woman, I'm cutting you off as soon as I notice. 2, become the gatekeeper of your life. Not everyone deserves access to you. Start saying no without feeling guilty. Because over-explaining now feels like begging when you do it too much. I need you to understand that the wrong people will reveal themselves, and that's on period. You don't need to over-explain. Do the things you want to do unapologetically, and whoever can go with it should go with it. Another thing I need you to do is to pay attention to the patterns. The kind of people you attract, why you attract them, and generally what makes it end in the first place. Do you attract people who you are just superficially attracted to, or is it because of their character? Because the $1 million question is usually, why did these people come into my life in the first place, and why did it end? What happened? Do the inner work, reflect, heal, grow, because that's really like the only time you can get to build a healthy relationship and heal all the unhealed wounds. Now, the first thing I think you should do is to stop looking for somebody to complete you and build a life that is rich and well grounded, something that you already have things going on for you. Because when you are fulfilled, you stop entertaining nonsense. You are no longer desperate for love and connection or love and affection. You are now being selective. You are now choosing people from a place of abundance, from a place of, excess love, because there is love at home. So you're no longer choosing from a place of lack. Now, the most important thing is stop believing in potential. Oh, I'm going to be this. We are resigning from fixing people business. We are no longer Bob the Builder. Watch out for their consistency, their behavior, watch their words, and watch if it aligns with their action every single time. Let that sink into your head very deeply, because this one, I had to sit with it. You will still attract the wrong people. Don't get me wrong. You will not stop attracting the wrong people. It doesn't magically stop. But the difference now is you are no longer going to choose them. And that is when everything will change. The moment I started to be honest with myself and I stopped accepting the wrong people, everything changed. The goal is to stop giving access to people. And when you finally do that, you'll make space for beautiful relationship. The kind of love that feels calm and safe. The one that feels real and the one that makes you feel whole. This podcast episode is meant to be short, and I really hope you enjoyed it, and I really want you to go and reflect on everything I've just said. Changing is not easy. It will not happen overnight, but if you keep choosing yourself, you keep protecting your peace, and you never settle for confusion disguised as love, you are going to end up, finding a love that truly fits you and that is truly worth your time. So thank you very much for listening to today's episode of the FLORRAPEDIA podcast. I hope you did enjoy it because I did too. And yes, I am so happy that, we're growing, we're building. And even if it's just one life at a time, make sure you're improving one life at a time. Okay? Till I see you on our next episode again. Same time, same place. Catch ya. Bye.